In this video today, I am going to be sharing with you how I landed a job on Upwork even when the client has already hired somebody. I'm going to tell you all about it. It's really interesting. You really want to hear this. Just stay back and watch. Welcome back to my channel. If you have been following me here, you know that I share amazing tips on how to land jobs, how to sharpen your skills, and all of that. Right, so today I am here with a very good news. I landed a job about 4 days ago and I am really excited, and I am here to share. And I also want you to learn from my story. That is one of the reasons why I'm actually sharing this, so that you can also pick out a couple of things that can help you in your job search. So I saw the job on my job feed on Sunday morning, and you know how it is when you see a job and you're rushing to see if you can apply and your connect is just too low. That was what happened. I had just one connect. First of all, I scrolled through the job to see if there was any way I could connect, like get in touch with the clients without using connect, but there was no email address or business name, so I had to quickly recharge my connect. I quickly did that with 3,000 euros. So then I came back, it was showing less 5 to 10 proposals. So I said, okay, that was still fine, and I was just too sure. So I went on to send a proposal, and before I finished writing, you guys know how it always happens. You see 10 to 15, and then before you finish typing and you come back and you're saying 50 plus. So that was what happened. After submitting, I checked again and I realized that it was already 20 plus, and at that point I just felt like I wish I had not submitted, because I've just wasted my 11 connects. Then I left the job. Then down to the next day, I didn't get any message or anything, no notification. So I checked back and I saw that the proposals were already 50 plus. At this point, I was mourning my 11 connects because I felt 50 whole plus, no room. So all through that Sunday, I didn't get any notification, so I just left it. Then the next day, being Monday, around 7:41 p.m., 7:41 a.m., I got a message and I was super excited. You needed to see the way I screamed. I was so happy. I left what I was doing so I could concentrate. I checked, and then he scheduled an interview for later that day. I picked a time and that was it. The interview was not in a professional manner, not like that kind of serious kind of thing. So he just said it all over again, what he wanted me to do, if I understood. And I said yes, I understood, and that was cool. Then he said, oh, my accent is good, because he can understand me very well, and that's a plus. I was very happy. So by the end of the meeting, I was already thinking, oh, he's going to send an offer. I was just so excited and so hopeful. I waited the whole day, the remaining part of the day, kept checking my mail. I didn't receive anything. Down to the next morning, being Tuesday, nothing. So at this point, I felt like maybe he had already hired the person he interviewed, or I should just check. But I was scared to check because I did not want to accept bad news. So I just summoned courage and said, okay, let me just check, then I know if I should take my mind off the job. So I went to check again the job post, and I noticed that he has already hired someone. At that point, I was so broken. I was sad. I cried a bit, and then I let it be. Then again, later, I just thought about it. Hey, he had mentioned that he doesn't mind having 2 people. So what if he is still looking for someone else to add to the person he has hired? I just said, okay, let me just make an offer. So I decided to send a message. Like, if I get a response, that's fine. Even if it's a negative one, I'll just take it as closure. If I don't get a response I'll just move on. So in that message, I give him an offer. Like I said, that I know that he has already hired somebody, but because I was really interested in the job, I would love for him to give me a chance. I would really love to work with him on this project, and I was excited about everything we talked about during the interview and all of that. And I do not mind working with him for a week. And if he's impressed with my work, then he can hire me. And I said I was hoping to hear back from him, and I sent the message. So I checked back again to see if he had responded, but there was no response. So at this point, I settled it within myself that okay, and I left it. In the evening, I was just there just with my sister. I had taken my mind off the job, and I just got the offer notification. I screamed, I jumped. It was really, really wonderful. I was so excited. So he hired me. So adding to the first person that he already hired, I was really happy. And he said he was happy to have me on the team too, that he loved how determined that I was and how much I believed in the project. So this is just what happened. It was really, really wonderful. So now I'm going to point out a few tips that I applied during this job application and the whole process entirely. I'm going to say it out. So now let's start from proposal. The proposal I sent for this job was I just wrote it out based on the job description that was there. I did not use AI because it was not, I didn't think it was AI worthy. It's something that I can just write out because I understood what he said. It wasn't complicated at all. In my mind, I just thought, how best can I write this thing to convince this person that I can do this? So that was how I wrote it. And surprisingly, when he messaged me, he said that he liked my proposal, that I did not use AI. Yes, clients can tell when you use AI. Yes, they have seen a lot of it, so they can tell when you just generate a proposal with AI. He said my proposal was fun to read and it was really nice. So I'm not saying that using AI to write proposal is bad, no. But even if you're using AI to write your proposal, you should give it a human touch, make some edits, change some words, rephrase some things, so it doesn't just go out there screaming AI generated. Remember, a lot of people are using the same AI format, and so imagine like 10 people having the same proposal, maybe something really similar. The client will just keep reading and just know that all of these are generated by AI. I'm going to show you what my proposal looked like. This is the proposal I sent, and at the end of it, I added a call to action for him to message me. Another thing I want you to take note of is my attitude towards this job, right? If you check through my second message to him, you could see the zeal in me. You could feel it, and I guess that was what he saw too, because he has already hired someone, and I just thought, he mentioned that he doesn't mind hiring two people though. So I just stood on that. I held to that. That's also me paying attention to details, right? So my attitude towards this job was very positive from when I submitted my proposal. Normally I don't like submitting proposal when the job is like, when I see proposals that are already up to 10, I used to be very careful and I used to be very scared. But this job was already 5 to 10 and I made a move. I usually submit when it's like less than 5. I made a move and I followed it up, and you saw the offer that I created, the offer that I made, that I don't mind working with him for 1 week. That was a great offer there. This is not, I'm not saying this is the best or the ultimate thing for you to do because you want to get a job, no. But in cases where, like for most of you that do not have any experience yet, things like this works well in that case where you do not have any, or you don't have much experience yet. So when you say something like this, the client has nothing to lose, because of course they'll be like, okay, they can give you a trial. After all, they're not going to pay you, like you said. Another thing is interview. During interview, some of them chat with you, right? So you guys just chat on Upwork, and then they're impressed. Maybe you show them work samples, and then they just go on to hire you without any virtual interview. Now, if you're going to have a virtual interview, that means you're going to be talking face to face with this person over your screen. So pay attention to your body language and also your accent. Clients can come from anywhere, and if they cannot hear you or get to understand you when you speak, there's for some of them it's a problem. Remember, I said that he commended me that my accent was good and he could understand me very well. So in essence, for interviews, you have to look confident, speak boldly, don't look timid, don't look like you're scared or you're already feeling like you cannot do this. No, look confident, talk confidently, respond, pay attention when they're speaking, so that when you talk, you don't talk out of point. And lastly, don't forget to pray. I'm telling you, prayers helped me in this, because I had lost hope, but then again I was like, why? I went down on my knees again. I prayed to God again. I said, this message that I'm sending, I pray that this message was going to make a difference, and it did. So don't underrate the prayer aspect. Is part of it all. And if you're watching this and you're super confused, you don't know where to start from, I think you can go back to previous videos and start from the videos where I talked about you putting your profile in order so that everything can go well, because you cannot your profile cannot be looking tattered, and you want them to trust you to be a professional. So I want you to look over your profile. Is everything okay? Check it out and start making changes. Over these past few weeks, I have been making a lot of changes to my profile, from my title to my overview, and even my portfolio section. I deleted everything and I started putting them back again, taking note of some things. In the coming days, I'm going to make another video that I'm going to talk about my profile in full, the changes I've been making and how these changes has really helped me. So that is it, besties, for this gist. My efforts are paying off, and I really wanted to share it with you. In case you're feeling down, you're feeling frustrated that you've been trying your best, you've been working so hard, and you have not been able to land a job. It feels that way for a lot of people. Sometimes you struggle like this at first, and then later everything starts working fine. So this is me reminding you to keep grinding. Just check and be sure that you're doing the right thing, and in no time you're going to start receiving those offers. I'm going to come back with more testimonies. I am so happy, and I had to share this with you, and I also hope that you have been able to pick one or two things from this testimony of mine. If you have any question as regard everything I have just said, you can just put it in the comment section, and surely I am going to respond to it. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Bye.